Hey guys, I was going to do some testing on some lag issues. I've been having a terrible problem with lag, so I wanted to record and keep Task Manager with the memory monitor on the very top as I hit a FM target. Just sitting in the base, see that I'm using, right at between 800 and 900 megs of RAM. So go to the map, and I'm just going to leave the Task Manager on top the entire time. And what I want to do is hit let's see if I can find a fresh 115. But we can see, just sitting here, I'm using about between 950 and 975 megs of RAM, 964 and 965. So I'm just going to leave that scale on top right here, and just watch this throughout this entire target. I think it's a memory leak, but I'm not a coding expert by any stretch of the imagination, guys. I get decent, latency or ping times. 1350, 1.3 gig. I don't know if it's a memory leak. I believe it is, because I can just see the memory just continually creeping up, the usage of memory. So just going to see how this works out. I've never done this and kept the Task Manager on top of the game screen, but that rubber band that's snapping back and forth, your boat's moving and snapping back and snapping forward, makes it incredibly difficult to play the game, where you've got to be very careful about your range, your distances, and things like that, where you've got to creep in on targets. So now there are times when I will kill this last cold snap on this side, and as soon as I start firing, like right now, I'll go ahead and I'll kill the browser, and restart Google Chrome, go to the game, and then come back into the battle to try and refresh Google Chrome. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave it up. I'm just going to finish the whole target and see what this memory creeps up to. It may not go much higher. The two targets I'm having the most trouble with are these FM targets and the base part targets, the Scourge defense grids. I seem to be having more trouble with those than I am the uranium or titanium targets. I can't really see the uranium targets. They've never been a really big issue for lag, for me anyway. It's just these two, this and the Scourge defense grid, that gives me the most problems. 6.1, 1.61. Not too bad. I mean, so far it's not too bad. I'm doing this in beta world. I was earlier today. I jumped out of alpha into beta to see if there's a bit of a difference, and I really honestly at this point I don't know. I can say that it seemed that alpha was a little worse, but it could be a particular target, and it could have been a very crowded sector I was in alpha 2 causing the issue. I don't believe the sector I'm in right now is very very crowded at all. .65, 1.675. So far, I mean, it's not really jumpy, and it doesn't look like I've climbed much over 1.6 or 1.7. I've stayed between 1.6 and 1.7. I haven't seen a drastic change in the amount of memory being used. It's just not, it doesn't seem to be as clean gameplay as it was a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if this has something to do with the new FM format. I've heard some people say that they've seen quite a difference since Bounty 3. It could be the changes they made before in the Scourge, the Scourge platforms, because we had a little bit of an issue with the Scourge defense grids as the new raid was coming out. So that could have something to do with it too. I'm not really sure. But I guess I've climbed about 100 meg since I've been in this target. So I'm 1725. And when I go back to the map, I'm still 1.621. Alright, let's go to the base and see what the RAM usage is there. Excuse me. Now I was around, I believe, 800 on the map before the target. I'm obviously not there now. I am about 100. I'm doubled. I'm about 800 meg. So I've about doubled my RAM usage from just being blank on the map. I'm going to hit this 82. I've noticed a lot of, see how it's blurry? My screen looks blurry. That looks clear now. The memory has took a huge drop. I'm not even registering Chrome Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. I'm back up to 1860. Let's see what we got here. It could actually be the transition between me selecting that window and my game windows where the blurriness is coming from. Alright, let's see what we got here. Almost, wow, the RAM's almost up to 2 gig. But I'm not, it doesn't seem to be laggy. I mean, my screen's not jerking. So, a little bit right there. See how the boats are jerking coming in? Give that Apollo coming down at me some room. Well, he's going to want to fire, so I guess I can fire back at him. Alright, alright. Let's come over here and deal with these guys. I'm at almost 2.05. I'm starting to get a lot of jerkiness in the target now. A lot of that rubber band effect. To 2.0. Really jerky. It could be individual. Individual FM targets or individual Scourge Defense Grid targets that are causing a lot of issues as well. Two point 2.08 gig, I believe, is the max I saw it get to. So and back in the base. All right. So what? Let's do this. Let me kill the browser. Oh, I killed everything, didn't I? Alright, kill the browser. So right now I'm sitting at 2.03 gig memory. Restart. That OBS 64 is what I'm recording, OBS Studios. So by refreshing, I've gone from 2 gig down to 700 meg, 720 something meg. So, all right, well, I don't know, guys. There's definitely some type of issue with lag that's causing a lot. It's making these targets very hard to drive. Conclusions from this, I don't know. You know, if we get to the point where we have to park somewhere in the target where we're not receiving damage and refresh our browsers to complete the target as efficiently as we can with the least amount of damage, and that's I don't know, it's unacceptable. All right, hope this helps somebody.